Class 3 over the 1,600 metres for race number 7. The Contentment Handicap, headed by Dances with Dragon, back into Class 3. Tries a mile again. Go Beauty Go. 5-time course and distance winner. Likes to roll forward. He's got barrier 7. Last Kingdom into Class 3 for the first time as well. Marzuka last start course and distance winner. Got Sleep Education, been placed on his last 2 starts. Neil Callan from barrier 1. Fearless Fire gets up in trip from the 1400. Racing Luck, runner-up to Marzouk last time out. And Brave Legends now gets a start at the expense of Markula.
That he does. Go Beauty Go, noted front runner. He's won 5 over the course and distance. There's every chance he'll be leading this race. Racing Luck may press forward. Green Energy could be fighting for that spot outside of the leader. Last Kingdom has the crossover noseband going on, so I guess a little questionable as to whether or not he'll be looking for that spot behind the leader, but it's a possibility. Marzouk looks like he might be caught wide. He might press forward.
Here's Dances with Dragon. He's been downgraded, this horse, and he's up to a mile. This will be his second start in Hong Kong over a mile, but he did win his races in New Zealand over a mile, so he looks well suited by the distance there. He was a group winner over that distance. Last Kingdom's going really well. Here he is going nicely now. Another horse that's been downgraded, so he's come down into Class 2. Joe Moreira will jump aboard from barrier number 6. He was pretty unlucky last start too, so he looks well placed. And Ho Ho Khan, there's something about this horse. I think he's got ability. He's only had the 1 start, and he ran pretty well, I thought. So we'll keep an eye on him there. He has got a bit of a wide draw, but track work suggests he's going very well at the moment.
All right, one to keep an eye on in the markets. We'll start off with the last start winner in Marzouk. Go Beauty Go out in front, but they ran him down here.
They did. Interesting that the race prior, Marzouk looked like he was ready to win. He pulled up lame, and then on this occasion, he absolutely dominated, I thought, the final 150 metres. He ranged up here and then put the race to bed from this point onwards, cleared out. Racing Luck ran a nice race. I just think if Joe was sticking with Marzouk, he'd be coming up favourite in this clearly. He's obviously not. He's gone to Last Kingdom, and fair enough too, because he looks like a horse that's going to be very competitive. But I think Marzouk's going well. I'm happy to tip him.
Yeah, I was worried about the draw. He looks like he's going to be wide, and Joe's jumped off, so a couple of negatives there for me.
Yeah, it'd be a big price, bigger price with Joe off on
All
the
right.
draw.
Sam Clipperton rides barrier 12. We touched on Last Kingdom. Let's have a look at that run then with Dances with Dragon here in the field as well.
Yeah, he just got held up, as you can see, a couple of times Last Kingdom. This is Class 3. This is Simply Brilliant. Winning this is a lot easier, this race. Joe's jumped aboard him. I think he can win, and I've got him clearly on top.
I've got him as the danger, but I'm going to tip him for second. But I'm going to tip Marzouk for one, the reason I mentioned. You get better price from 12 with Joe jumping off. If Joe wins 3 or 4 earlier on in the day, this could come up at $2. I wouldn't want even money about him. I think he's close to winning, and he's a nice horse. But from that perspective, I'll go against him.
All right, here's my best bet then. He's on top, but I will leave him alone as far as that's concerned this time. Let's go back to Neil Callan again, this time speaking about Sleep Education.
Yeah, he's got plenty of ability, this horse. He's been running quite well. He's even from day one, his form's been very consistent for a horse that hasn't won. So he's a little bit cheeky. I did suggest to David at one stage putting blinkers on him, but you know, he closed off very well the last day. So you know, hopefully with the good draw, it gives him a better chance to be able to sit a little bit closer. But no, I wouldn't want to dig up and hold my spot. You know, I want to sit where he's comfy and ride him to finish. But hopefully with the good gate is the key to him getting a chance to be able to win.
Sunday's the last meeting for the season. Last season you rode 47 winners, 3rd in the premiership. This season 25, but still in the top 10. When you look back, how do you assess this season from your point of view?
My season finished off quite well. I'm very happy with the second half of the season. But like I said, at the start of the season when we came, like I'd done a lot of work at the end of last season with a list of horses that I was possibly going to follow up on. And you know, if you remember the start of the season, for the first 5 weeks, there was a lot of small fields. You know, that kind of put me on the back foot because it kind of put an advantage on a lot of the lightweight jockeys here, and it just made it tough. But I wasn't crying. It just made me have to put my head down and work harder. But it just meant that the first 5 weeks were a little bit tough for me, which is probably equivalent to 10 winners.
Neil chatting with Ed Sadler at Trackwork and Sleep Education. Certainly money for him, Paul. Who do you like here, though?
Yeah, I've got him in there, actually. I think he was group placed in South Africa before he got here. So I think Last Kingdom looks really well placed here. Downgraded, Joe Moreira jumping aboard. Unlucky last start. The value is going to, for me, is Ho Ho Khan. He's only had the 1 start, and he looks like a horse above average, actually, Ho Ho Khan. I think he can be running on late. Sleep Education, we just heard from Neil there. And Dances with Dragons, he's got group form from New Zealand as well. The mile looks ideal, and he's another that's been downgraded. So 3, 8, 9 and 1, but like the 3.
Yeah, I think he's a great chance, Paul, Last Kingdom. But I thought Marzouk won fair and square last start, and I'll give him another opportunity for the reasons I mentioned. I think you'll end up with a better price for him as opposed to Last Kingdom. If it goes pear-shaped for the pair of them, there may be Sleep Education. He is racing well. Dances with Dragon, Paul's made a good case for him, and obviously thrown in potentially a little value runner there. But another good contest, Andrew, 4-3-9-1.